I got involved in Cagno because of my father. If you met my father, he was always the life of the party. He was always the last one to leave, always danced on the dance floor. He would actually crash my high school parties and say, like, do you need a chaperone? My dad was always volunteering on the weekends, and so in order to spend time with him, we had to go volunteer with him. And I think that's where we bonded. He always taught us to give back and never expect anything in return. He was the most humble, giving man. "5 years ago, he was diagnosed with a very rare type of cancer. He wasn't feeling well, and we're like, "Oh, Daddy, you need to go get checked out." And so he went to the hospital, and they actually thought he had an allergic reaction to medicine. And he was in the hospital for a month. We didn't know what happened. And then they did a test, and they found out that he had multiple myeloma. And after doing the workup with the multiple myeloma, we thought we was fine. But then, out of left field, this rare type of cancer called Merkel cell came out of nowhere. And I remember my sister and I, we were at the hospital, and they're like, "Your father has 3 weeks to live." And we literally rented a car that night and drove straight to MD Anderson. They gave him 3 weeks to live, but he fought for 6 months. And all he wanted to do was give hope to people. You know, we found out that with his diagnosis that it was terminal, and that he didn't have much time, or we didn't know. Every day was a gift really with my father. And I remember sitting in a hospital room, and he's like, "Let's throw a party. We can call it Viva La Cure." And it's in honor of my mother. My mother's from Havana, Cuba. She always had up a party, so my dad was always excited to hang out with all of her friends. So when we were planning the event, we were trying to find an organization that was local and that actually helped people. A dear friend of our family, Ashley Meek, had worked for Cagno, and she was telling us about how it helps cancer patients during their treatment. And I'm like, "Great, let's go." And so I walked into one of the board meetings, not knowing anyone, not really knowing anything about cancer. I was learning everything. And I told them my father's story and that how he wanted to give hope to people, and if, you know, they would like to be a part with us, and they welcomed us with open arms. Being the 5th year of Viva La Cure, I know my father would be so excited. By having it at the World War II Museum, it was always his goal. This place was very special to our family. I come from a family who were pilots, and my father took us here for the grand opening. Unfortunately, my father wasn't able to attend the first one as we hoped. So I'm here to fulfill his wish.